You all know that on 24th December, the winter session of Parliament has been ended. So in this video, we are going to talk about the bills passed by the Parliament of India and their significance. Hey everyone, this is Bhumik welcoming you all to my channel The Blended Learning. In this video, we are going to discuss about the bills passed in this winter session by the Parliament of India. As the bills are very important as current affair, so we will be covering them in this video. So without any further delay, let's start our video. Discussing about the bills passed by the Parliament of India in this winter session, let us first discuss what would you mean by the parliamentary session, or we can say that legislative session. So let us first just make the word break legislative session. So legislative is a word which is used to describe an organ of government, or we can say that a body which make laws for the country. So we can say that legislative is a body which make laws for a country, and there we go. By this meaning, we can just say that legislative session, a time when a body makes law. So let's get its perfect meaning. A legislative session is a period of time in which legislature is conveyed in both the systems of presidential system and parliamentary system to make laws. In each country, there is a slighter difference of their opening, ending, and between these sessions. The session of legislature may last for a year or maybe in a smaller number of sessions, like that in India. Now let us discuss about the first bill which was passed by the Parliament in this winter session. So the first bill was Dam Safety Bill 2021. So what does Dam Safety Bill 2021 provide us? This bill provides us surveillance, inspection and maintenance of specific dams for dam related disaster. This bill also makes provision for institutional mechanism to ensure their safe functioning. Ensure dam safety, there will be 4-layer monitoring system, 2 at the central level and 2 at the state level. A National Committee on Dam Safety (NCDS) will be set up at central level, which will be headed by CWC chairman including 10 representatives at the central level, not below the rank of joint secretary nominated by the center and 7 representatives of the state government. A National Dam Safety Authority shall also be established within a period of 60 days, which will implement policy, guidelines, standards, involve NCDS, and any decision taken by the National Dam Safety Authority shall be binding upon all these parties. At the state level, all the states of India should establish a state dam safety organization SDSO, which shall be constituted within a period of 180 days. The SDSO shall keep persuaded surveillance, carry out inspection and monitoring of the dams in the areas. States will also have to constitute a state committee on dam safety. This dam safety bill will cover dams constructed before or after the commencement of this act, which are above 15 meters in height, measured from the lowest portion of the general foundation of the dam area to the top of the dam, or between 10 to 15 meters in height, and satisfy at least one of the following. Let us discuss this point. Number 1, the length of the crease is not less than 1500 meters. Second, the capacity of reservoir formed by the dam is not less than 1 MCM, million cubic meter. Third, the maximum flow discharge dealt with the dam is not less than 2000 cubic meter per second unless the dam has especially difficult foundation problems or the dam is of unusual design. The bill provides for the strengthened penalties in the case of violation if anybody is found obstructing any officer or employee at the state or the central level. So this was all about the dam safety bill, what does it provide us and its significance. Hope you got this point clear about the Dam Safety Bill 2021. The second bill which was released by the Parliament of India was Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill 2021. The bill aims to set up a national assisted reproductive technology and surrogacy board under the section 15 of the Surrogacy Act. provision of the Surrogacy Act to the constitution of the board, terms of office, meetings, vaccines, and disqualification, temporary association of persons, authentication of instrumentation, and eligibility will apply to in relation to ART. The board will advise the central government to review and monitor the implementation of the act, lay down the code of conduct for the employees of clinic and banks, set minimum standards for the infrastructure and other aspects of the equipment and manpower and clinics and banks, oversees the performance of the bodies created under the act. The supervise the functioning of the National Registry. State ART boards will also be established to aid the national board at the state level. This bill, ART, Assistant Reproductive Technology Clinic and banks must be registered under the National Registry of Banks and Clinics of India. The registry is meant to act as a central database for all the facilities providing assisted reproductive technology services in India. The state governments appoint relevant authorities irrespective of states in India to facilitate the registration process. Registration must be renewed after 5 years and may cancelled or suspended if any entity contravenes the provision of this bill. It was all about ART Regulation Bill 2021, which is Assistant Reproductive Technology 2021. I hope you just got the whole point of this bill of 2021. Let us move to the third bill of regulation which is released by the Parliament, which is the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research Amendment Act 2021 or Amendment Bill 2021. The National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research Amendment Bill provides to bring clarity that the institute established as well as any other similar institute be established under the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education shall be institute of national importance and establishment a central body to be called the Council to ensure coordinated development of pharmaceutical education and research and maintenance of standards, and also to rationalize board of governors to increase the scope of courses which will be there available in all the institutes which will be nationalized. On to the next bill, which is the Judges of Supreme Court and High Court Salary and Conditions of Service Amendment Bill 2021. This bill was introduced in Lok Sabha on November 30, 2021 by the Union Minister Kiran Rijiju, and it seeks to amend the High Court Judges Salary and Conditions of Service Act 1945 and the Supreme Court Judges Salaries and Condition of Service Act 1958, which together regulate the salaries and condition of service of the judges of High Court and Supreme Court of India. According to PRS Legislative Research, the bill clarifies that a person be entitled to the additional pension or the family pension from the first day of the month in which they complete the minimum age under the concerned age bracket. The scale contains 5 age brackets with a minimum age of 80, 85, 90, 95 and 100 years. At the additional quantum increase with the age from 20% to 100% of the pension or family pension. It was all about the Judges of High Court and Supreme Court Service and Salaries Condition Bill 2021. Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Amendment Bill 2021. This bill ensures that a punishment for financial illicit activities or harboring person engaged in them. Under the Act, financing certain illicit activities such as cultivating cannabis or manufacturing drugs or harboring person engaged in them is an offence. Person found guilty on this offence will be punished with rigorous imprisonment of at least 10 years extended up to 20 years and also of at least a fine of 1 lakh rupees. There was a drafting error. The act was amendment and the clause number of the definition for such ill acts was changed. However, the section on the penalty for financing this ill act activities was not amendment and continued to refer to earlier clause number. The bill amends the section on penalty to change the relevance to the new clause number. This amendment will be deemed to be have a new effect from May 1, 2014, i.e. when the 2014 amendments came into effect. Bill is the Delhi Special Police Establishment Amendment Bill 2021. It was introduced in Lok Sabha on 3rd December 2021. It replaces the Delhi Special Police Establishment Amendment Ordinance of 2021. This bill seeks to amend the Delhi Police Special Police Establishment Act 1946. The Act provides for the constitution of the Delhi Special Police Establishment for the investigation of certain offences as notified. Extension of director's term. The Act provides for the appointment of the director of the Delhi Special Police Establishment. Under the Act, the director has up to the tenure of minimum 2 years. The bill permits extension of the tenure by up to a one-term year till the completion of 5 years from the initial date of the appointment. Such extensions may be granted in public interest on the recommendation of committee. Let us discuss the next bill, which is the Central Vigilance Commission Amendment Bill 2021. The Central Vigilance Commission Amendment Bill 2021 was introduced in Lok Sabha on 3rd December 2021. It replaces the Amendment Bill of Ordinance 2021. This bill seeks to amend the Central Vigilance Commission Act 2003. The Act provides for the constitution of a Central Vigilance Commission to conduct inquiries into offences alleged to have been committed under the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Extinction of the Directors of Enforcement. Under the 2003 Act, the Director of Enforcement is appointed by the central government on recommendation of a committee. This committee is chaired by Central Vigilance Commissioner, including the secretaries from the Ministry of Home Affairs, Personnel and Revenue Department. The Director of Enforcement has a tenure of minimum 2 years. The bill adds that the tenure of director may be extended by up to 1 year at a time till the completion of 5 years from the initial appointment. Such extensions may be granted in public interest on the recommendation of the committee. Now, let us bring forward the most important and the last bill of this whole winter session, which is the Election Laws Amendment Bill 2021. The Election Amendment Bill 2021 was introduced in the Lok Sabha on December 2021. The bill amends the Representation of People Act 1950 and Representation of People Act 1951 to implement certain electoral reforms. Listen this act very carefully, because this act is related to the current election system and the new things or the new reforms which will be produced or enforced in this election. Number 1 is linking electoral roll data with Aadhaar. The 1950 Act provides that a person may apply to electoral registration officer for inclusion of their name in the electoral roll of consequence. After verification, if the officer is satisfied that the applicant is entitled to registration, he will direct the applicant's name to be included in the electoral roll. The bill adds that the electoral registration officer may require a person to furnish their Aadhaar number for establishing their identity. Second point is qualifying date for the enrollment in electoral roll. Under the 1950 Act, the qualifying date for enrollment in the electoral roll is January 1 of the year. तो होता क्या था कि जब भी हमें पहले हमारा इलेक्टोरल रोल या उसके लिए एक डेट चाहिए रहती थी कि अब हम एलिजिबल हो चुके हैं, अब हम 18 को क्रॉस कर चुके हैं एज की, तो सरकार ने यानी कि गवर्नमेंट ने उस चीज के लिए एक फिक्स डेट रखी थी विच वाज जनवरी 1. बट नाउ द डेट्स आर रिप्लेस्ड बाय January 1, April 1, July 1 and October 1. The third reform which is there is requisition of premises for election purpose. The 1951 Act permits the state government to requisition premises needed to be needed for being used as polling stations or for storing ballot boxes after polling has been conducted. The fourth reform is gender neutralization provision. The 1950 Act permits certain persons who are ordinarily resident in a constituency to register in electoral rolls. Such persons include those holding a service qualification, such a member of the armed force or central government employees posted outside India. The wives of such persons are deemed to be ordinarily residing in the same constituency. If they are reside with them, the Act of 1951 enables the wife of a person holding a service qualification to vote either in the husband or by the post ballot. The bill replaced the term wife with spouse in both the acts. Hope that you got the whole point of the bills released by the Parliament of India in this winter session. By this line, I would like to end my video. If you get something new knowledgeable thing from this video, make sure to hit that like button, and to watch such more of current affair videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel, The Blended Learner. Thank you all. Thanks for watching. Bye. If you want more current affair, then click on this video. This is Pegasus spyware. So if you want, you can watch this video, or if you want to be aware of vaccine, then click on this video, which is Zydus Candela.